Hi, I'm the tabletop teacher. The great folks at WizKids sent me this fabulous brick of Batman team-up for us to review a while back. In this video, we'll look at interesting ways to play some of the figures we got, as well as some others from sealed games and purchases. So here we go. In the first booster, we pull Shaggy, Clayface, Beast Boy, Saint Walker, a super rare, and a yellow stop sign construct. Note that all constructs and special objects in this set are super rare. There are so many of them in this set that each one is super rare. In the second booster, we find Robin, Harley Quinn, Red Raven, a rare Sportsmaster, and a blue Spotlight construct. In the third booster, we get, I'm really happy with this, Kid Flash, Velma the Joker, and a super rare Sinestro. Hope I'll get a yellow ring for him, but I'm already very happy. And a Violet Chainsaw construct. Very, very nice. In the fourth booster, we pull Mas, Poison Ivy, the Penguin, a rare Wonder Woman, and an Orange Lasso construct. I love Larfleeze, the Orange Lantern. What can I say? I love DC villains. I hope I pull him as well. In the fifth booster, we find Starfire, Daphne, Gizmo, a rare Martian Manhunter, and a Blue Lantern version of the Stop Sign construct. In the sixth booster, we get another Clayface, Superman, Manos, a rare Mr. Freeze, an Indigo version of the Stop Sign construct, and the Foul Play in Funland mystery case file. In the seventh booster, we pull Scooby-Doo, Batgirl, Blackfire, a rare Monsieur Malin, and a Green Lantern version of the Spotlight construct. In the eighth booster, we find, Earth-shattering pull! A Chase Shaggy. We also got an Indigo Tribe ring. We need all the rings, so this is great. We also find a rare Peacemaker, Catwoman, and Wonder Woman. What a booster. Wow. In the ninth booster, we get Fred, Batman, Jinx, a super rare Joe Mullane, and an Indigo Lasso construct. This will go nicely with our Indigo Tribe ring and Stop Sign. Thank you very much. And in the last booster, we pull, oh my goodness, that's really cool. Raven, Power Girl, Elastigirl, Indigo 1. This was an Indigo brick. This makes for a fourth super rare character in the brick. And the Utility Belt special object. Very happy with this as well. Okay, let's take a closer look at some of these. I think I'll start with the common Raven, Starter Set Raven, and Red Raven. Red Raven is a reliable close attacker with the same powers on every click and decent combat values. A flying, charge, flurry blades combo with super senses that can't be incapacitated, mind-controlled, or fooled by shape change. With the Mystics and Teen Titans team abilities, that's already good, but it's really her sideline active trait that makes her super special. When a friendly character of 40 points or more is knocked out, after resolutions, you can generate Red Raven on click number 4 in the square where that knocked out character was. But if that knocked out character was named Raven, and that could very well be the common one or the B-dial version of the starter set Raven, then Red Raven comes in on click number 1. And if your opponent rolls a couple of 6s in their attack rolls while Red Raven is on the map, her rally trait gives her Steel Energy, Colossal Size, and the Cosmic Energy team ability. My goodness. The common Raven can be played at 75 or 50 points. I think I'm more likely to play her at 50 points for her Perplex and Telekinesis. The A-dial of the starter set Raven has Telekinesis, Shape Change, and Super Senses, with the Mystics and Titans team abilities for 25 points, which is great, especially if you need to squeeze in Telekinesis in a Celebrity, Mystical, or Teen Titans team. But the B-dial is really the star for me, especially if I'm going to have Red Raven on my sideline. B-dial Raven has a wonderful Telekinesis variant that removes an action token from the placed character when she uses it. No roll required for that. Her special damage power is very nice and could allow you to bring back a character with the Teen Titans keyword from your knockout area. But I'm not sure that's very likely to happen. You're giving away points when you do so, and a lot of stars need to align to simply be able to take advantage of it. You need a Teen Titans character to be knocked out when Raven is on one of those last 2 clicks, which are not stop clicks. Her Telekinesis variant with Stealth, Shape Change, and team abilities already do the trick for me. The common Velma is an interesting support piece. It's not often that a character that can use Outwit also has improved targeting through hindering. This could, for instance, allow her to outwit stealth on an opposing character hiding in hindering terrain and make that character visible to other friendly characters. With a range value of 8, she'll be able to do this and maybe stay out of trouble. You'll want to play her with at least one character that has the Mystery Ink keyword to take advantage of her trait that allows her to heal a friendly Mystery Ink character when she spots an opposing character using probability control. This could give the Play-at-Home Shaggy yet another way to heal. If you were looking for something to challenge Doctor Strange Supreme in Pauper Format, Shaggy's your guy. 150 points for 10 clicks of hypersonic speed, invincible and close combat expert, cosmic energy craziness. He can also be played at 100 or 50 points. There's a detective theme team I'm considering here. Polaris from the Hellfire Gala Premium Collection for some telekinesis and telekinesis as free. And why not? Let's assign Shaggy a sword of your choice. I'm partial to Colony for some Blades, Claws, Fangs, and Exploit weakness. Jimmy Woo is there for Perplex and the police team ability, and then we complete the team with a character that can make range attacks. Martian Manhunter or Joe Mullane are both interesting choices here. At 75 points, Martian Manhunter can't be targeted by opposing characters unless he's made an attack this game. Improved movement through blocking terrain and characters will help position him for his Great Outsiders team ability variant. Not only will this prevent the target opposing character's combat values from being modified, they can't be given free actions until your next turn either. Joe Mullane, on the other hand, would be a fantastic taxi for the whole team, could generate green constructs if we pull that Green Lantern ring, Outwit and Police team ability is good, Charge, Flurry, Plasticity is great, and those last 2 stop clicks are fantastic. With the remaining 5 points, you could assign the Cloak of Levitation to Velma or Jimmy and turn them into taxis as well. It's an idea. I'm a big fan of DC villains, and the Batman Team Up Collection offers quite a few new options for those of us who like to play Arkham Asylum, Gotham City Underworld, Injustice League, Suicide Squad, and even the Secret Society of Supervillains teams. I think Harley Quinn is more likely to be played at 25 points for her Perplex, and giving the Suicide Squad team ability to friendly characters that have the Batman enemy team ability. It's tempting to play Poison Ivy at 50 points in order to get her poison variant that works even when she's moved or placed. Giving stealth to characters that have the Batman enemy team ability and mind control kicks in at both 50 or 25 points. I'm more likely to play the Penguin at 25 points. His trait will give the Underworld team ability to friendly characters that have the Batman enemy team ability, and his Force Blast, Precision Strike, Range Combat Expert combo can be very handy. Giving the Mystics team ability to friendly characters with the Batman enemy team ability is a great reason to play the Joker in an Arkham Asylum or Gotham City Underworld themed team. On top of that, the Joker starts with the perfect tie-up piece combo: Plasticity, Poison, Super Senses, and Shape Change. This should keep your opponent busy. Clayface is a gorgeous sculpt and an effective tie-up piece for 50 points. His Shape Change variant is protected from Outwit, and when it succeeds, after resolutions, he generates a Clayface duplicate that has the same stats and powers as Clayface's last click, apart from the Shape Change variant. You'll find this bystander on the reverse side of one of the tokens. Several of these could be generated, of course, so in a pinch, I guess you could use duplicates of this common figure if your opponent agrees and if it's made clear that it's worth 0 points and doesn't have the special damage power. Maybe keep the bystander token on the side of the map for reference and use the common figures on a knockout click to differentiate them from the original. Mr. Freeze has a nice improved targeting, a freeze ray that causes knockback, and gives an action token to hit characters. Mr. Freeze has 2 targets, by the way, or prevents them from using speed powers until your next turn. He has a rally die that can give him a free use of barrier for 2 markers, not a bad way to spend 60 points. Sportsmaster is a nifty range attacker. His rally die will help him land his attacks, his incapacitate variant also deals damage, and he can improve his defense value for close or range attacks. With enhancement and the team player ability, I would make sure to have a character with something like the Police, Shield, Superman Ally, or Avengers Initiative team abilities. Monsieur Malin has a willpower variant that also removes an action token from an adjacent friendly character he shares a keyword with. Monsieur Marat starts with a special speed power that makes him versatile with charge, leap climb, and running shot. The first 3 clicks with Range Combat Expert are better suited for range attacks, of course, and his last 3 clicks are really meant for close attacks. Of course, his classic partner in crime, the Brain, is a perfect fit. The Brain is tiny, so he can be carried by Monsieur Marat and other non-taxi standard size flying characters, which is important, since the Brain can be given a non-free action after being carried if he shares a keyword with the taxi, which in effect can give you extreme range for mind control if you're willing to spend 2 action tokens to use it. This is where Kazar from the Avengers Forever set becomes very interesting to pair with the Brain in an animal-themed team. Move Kazar 10 squares. He has leap, climb, and stealth, by the way, carrying the Brain. Once Kazar's move action is done, 2 things can happen. You can move another friendly character half its speed, which could be the Brain or some other character you need to move, and then have the Brain make a mind control attack with a range of 7. That target can be 20 squares away from where the Brain started. Sure, he's out there all alone now, but maybe that mind control attack was worth it. I think Sinestro is such an interesting character from a storytelling perspective. This sculpt is great, and so is his dial. He has a traded perplex variant that allows him to negatively modify damage values. That's a very rare thing in today's game. And if he's assigned the Sinestro Core ring, that could be a -2 to damage. His Pulse Wave variant is also quite something. 2 damage instead of 1 plus knockback. That can throw a wrench in your opponent's strategy big time. You'll start with it at 125 or 75 points, but he only gets the leadership and outwit combo at 75 points. In both cases, a wonderful addition for fans of the Injustice League like myself. Speaking of lanterns, we also got Saint Walker in this brick. He has a great Empower variant that works for friendly characters within range and line of fire. No need to be adjacent to him. And depending on whether you play him at 30 or 60 points, friendly characters' attack rolls of 11 or 10 will be critical hits as well. At 60 points, he'll be a decent range attacker himself, and at 30 points, he's more of a TK piece with nice extras. Well, let's not forget that he could generate constructs if you have the Blue Lantern ring, of course. We got the Indigo ring. By paying 10 points, you can turn any character in an Indigo Tribe ring wielder. But if that character has the Indigo Tribe keyword, like Indigo 1 here, assigning the ring is free, and you can generate constructs of that color as a free action instead of a power action. Indigo 1 has a traded support variant that even works within range and line of fire, plus you get mission points for every click of healing. Getting her the Indigo Tribe ring is especially interesting since it will grant characters that can already use support the ability to heal an extra click, so that's also an extra mission point right there. Her other trait makes it so that other friendly bystanders within range can use support. Constructs are bystanders, by the way. You can perhaps surprise your opponent with a team of lanterns. Almost all of them share the Herald keyword. Let's imagine we have all the rings and constructs we need for a 50-point John Stewart, 175-point Larfleeze, and 75-point Sinestro. Let's say there's an opposing character that's really complicated to deal with at range, like the super rare Hulk from Avengers Forever. You gotta get in close. So here's what you can do with this team. John Stewart carries Larfleeze and Sinestro, almost adjacent to Hulk. Sinestro outwits Hulk's Invincible, perplexes down his defense a couple of points, and Larfleeze perplexes down Hulk's defense another point. Now that's manageable. Sinestro generates a yellow chainsaw construct adjacent to Hulk for a dangerous Flurry Blades Claws Fangs attack. Hulk has 3 stop clicks and an impervious variant that you cannot outwit on those clicks, so that clearly won't be enough. Larfleeze pops an orange chainsaw and goes at it. John Stewart also has a chainsaw, or maybe you want to keep it for later. Perhaps a cowboy boot for a close combat expert attack and the free knockback that'll be perfect if Hulk is on one of his flurry clicks. Sinestro's leadership allows for that 4th action, and I've tried this and it can be devastating depending on what you roll for Blades, Claws, Fangs, of course. Keep in mind that the constructs have pretty low combat values and you cannot modify them. Be sure to have a way to bring down the defense value of opposing characters for this to have any chance of working. The Teen Titans Go sculpts are so cute. At 75 points, Starfire might be a little expensive compared to other 75 points figure you can play. She can also be played at 50 points. Mind you, having the possibility to heal several Teen Titans at once with her Peace and Love trait can be extremely useful in the right conditions. For 50 points, you could also play Blackfire at similar combat values with the Cosmic Energy team ability and a free action that allows you to choose an opposing character that won't be able to have his combat values positively modified. At 100 points, she's a competent range attacker with decent combat values, range combat expert, hypersonic speed, and invincible that can't be outwitted. I like. Some of the Teen Titans Go characters grant another team ability to friendly characters with the Teen Titans ability. For instance, Power Girl grants the Superman ally team ability, Batgirl grants the Batman team ability, and Jinx grants the Mystics team ability. Having all three could turn a team into a stealthy, stealth-busting Mystics wonder. The Scooby Gang. Well, we've already talked about Velma, but what about the rest of the Scooby Gang? There is a common set, a starter set, and a chase set. Common Scooby-Doo will grant toughness to friendly characters with Mystery Inc. keyword when he succeeds his shape change, while Shaggy will grant toughness when he succeeds his super senses roll. Prob for Scoob, Perplex for Shaggy, pretty strong combat values and standard powers for non-superpowered characters, but hey, they had to make them interesting to play, right? Fred is a great taxi, telekinesis, and leadership piece for 50 points. Daphne opens up secret doors with free action that destroys a piece of blocking terrain within range and line of fire. The starter set versions all have the added celebrity keyword. The 30-point versions are very straightforward figures with 4 clicks of 3 standard powers each, perfect for learning, while the 40-point versions have 5 clicks, a couple of special powers that are standard power combinations, with an occasional variant. I wouldn't be surprised to see any one of them completing a very strategic team. Same goes for the Teen Titans Go characters, by the way. And finally, let's look at Shaggy. In a running pose, of course, because he's a chase figure. He's especially good against monster and mystical theme teams thanks to his special speed power, which grants him charge, and if that charge hit a monster or mystical character, he can use Flurry as free after resolutions. Otherwise, after resolutions, he can make an attack. He has traded Sidestep, Force Blast, and Perplex variant that only works on a character that was knocked back this turn. He's so scared he runs through walls, so he's got improved movement through blocking terrain and characters. And his other trait will make you want to play him in a Mystery Inc. themed team with mystery cards to get that +1 to damage on all friendly characters on the turn when a clue token is placed on a mystery case file card. So that's it for my unboxing and partial review of this set. Which is your favorite piece in this set? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching and have fun.